Good evening and welcome back again. We're seeing that marine layer out there kind of lingered throughout the day through a lot of areas. As far as the almanac, just a tad bit above normal for Santa Barbara. This is not really indicative of all of our coastal areas, though. Santa Barbara, typically, because we're sort of tucked up in the coastline right there, we have more of a north-south orientation. It allows us to get just a little bit less of that marine layer. So a lot of our beach communities from Ventura up through the Central Coast had a hard time shaking that marine layer today. In fact, many areas below normal once you got away from that coastline, or right on the beaches, I should say, in north of Point Conception and then down into the Oxnard Plain. There's the marine layer, or at least the winds that are going to help to sort of beef it up over the next several hours. We do expect to see that fog being pretty strong and pretty deep throughout the region, even though it's hopefully going to burn off throughout the daytime. The area of low pressure that's sort of responsible for this is well out in the Gulf of Alaska, but there is a secondary area of low pressure, just a kind of a small one, that has been lingering right off the coast of San Francisco. You can see it right there, just kind of hovering right there. Not a whole lot of energy to it, but just a little turn in the atmosphere shows you that there's an area, a depression of low pressure. And what the overall result is that that onshore flow will continue to push just like that down the coast, thicken up the marine layer, especially for the late night and early morning hours. Go ahead and look at a little area of low pressure. Speaking of the intertropical convergence zone, that's where a lot of energy comes together. It's off the coast of Mexico. If this system does continue to develop the next couple of days, it could become Genevieve. So we've been pretty active in the Pacific as far as those storm systems. Now your overnight lows tonight, no hurricane threats for the Santa Barbara Channel. You can see 60s for your overnight lows. That's what the story has been the last several nights. A little cooler as you head farther north into the Santa Maria valleys and the San Ynez valleys, those coastal plains. Seeing that fog move pretty far inland as you head into the overnight hours, and may even see some dense fog out there for the late night and early morning hours of Thursday. Very nice afternoon. Once you get into the afternoon hours, most places should see plenty of sunshine. There may be some beaches, though. They're holding on to that fog throughout the afternoon and into the early evening. There's the Santa Barbara Channel surf forecast. West swell of 2 to 3 feet. Water 67 degrees. And there's your high tide and low tide times at the bottom. We've had a good south swell the last several days. It should start to fade over the next couple of days. And there's your Santa Barbara forecast. We will see temperatures continuing to warm once we get to Saturday and Sunday, and then by Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, we'll start to see temperatures start to go back up again as we begin to see stronger high pressure fill in across the region. That basically means less of the marine layer, and so far we'll be doing pretty well. So we'll go ahead and stop on Santa Maria. Right there you can see temperatures going down a little bit for the next couple of days and then right back up again, but nothing too shocking in any direction, just a little more marine layer activity, and then it starts to go back the other way with less marine layer activity.
Okay, not bad at all though.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, thank you, Sean. More airline flights are arriving late or being canceled these days. The Transportation Department announced today that almost 77% of flights arrived on time, but that means that more than 20% of flights arrived late or were canceled altogether.